and burn!
Hey everyone! So today I am going to be discussing Aphex Twin's Cheetah. He released this a few years back. And if I'm not mistaken, the tracks on here were polished and cleaned up versions of the ridiculous amount of stuff that he had released for free via Soundcloud a little ways before. Like I said, cleaning them up and releasing them on here, or releasing a handful of them on here. I have to say that as far as his new stuff is concerned, I don't love it. This did have a couple standout tracks, namely the first track, which I have no idea what the title is, because this is really, really well designed, and it's fun to look at. And in case you weren't sure of the name, it is printed 1,000 times on the back too, so if the one at the top on the front wasn't enough, you definitely know this is called Cheetah. And I think there's 8 tracks on here, but I'm not 100% about that. But I really, really like the first track. And then the rest of them, they're okay. But I felt the same way about this as I did with Cyro. I felt that it was good, and in a lot of ways, it was worth the wait. But I just felt like overall, it wasn't going to end up being like a Richard D. James album, or another, or it wasn't gonna. I just felt that he wasn't able to replicate what he'd done in the past all that well. Maybe he took too long. I don't know. Maybe the break since Drux was released, I think in 2001 or 2002, people took issue with Drux because they felt that it had collapsed under its own weight, seeing as how there are so many tracks because it was a double album. I love Drux. I thought Drux was great. But that is kind of like, maybe that was the problem. Maybe he took too long to follow up Cyro with, and that's why it wasn't quite as well received as it could have been had he released it sooner. Or, and with another thing too with the Aphex Twin, or with Aphex Twin, sorry, is you don't really know if his stuff is new. Like with Cyro, for example, or Cheetah here, or the hundreds of songs that he released through SoundCloud. They could have been done last week, or they could have been done 7 or 8 years ago, because his stuff all kind of sounds the same. And my light just died, so you may notice that. It's still bright enough, so I'm going to keep going. But that will need to be charged. I still have this one over here, but my light will need to be charged. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about his new stuff. It's good, and it definitely has its standout tracks. But overall, I find it's more, it's weighing heavier on the side of clever and less on the side of fun and catchy, like his older stuff. His older stuff seemed to have more of a balance between fun and catchy and being really clever. But yeah, so I don't know. How did you guys feel about this? If you loved it, tell me I'm an idiot. And if you agreed, let me know. I just, I don't know. I just didn't love it. I love the design, but that has more to do with Warp than it does with him. But yeah, so look, I'm going to go. So thank you so much for checking this out. And don't forget to like and subscribe, even though you probably can't even see me now because the light went out and I'm in trouble. And yeah, so have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button, because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.